Although engineering is the greatest of all majors, there is great dispute over which faction of engineers is the best. As with all things, one branch has to be superior over the others, and this experiment aims to answer that question once and for all. 4 subjects from the fields of civil, electrical and computer, mechanical, and chemical engineering will have their physical and mental skills tested to finally decide this most perplexing question. Strength test. Here the subjects are being tested for their strength by performing as many pull-ups as possible. The Civi had the highest average number of pull-ups with approximately 12 pull-ups. Following this are the Mechie and ECE with 5 pull-ups each, and finally the Chemie who completed 1 pull-up. Memorization test. The subjects attempt to memorize one set of numbers over the course of 30 seconds, and then repeat as many numbers in order as possible. The highest average of numbers memorized was achieved by the Civi with 11. Next is the Mechie with an average of 6 numbers memorized. Lastly, there is the Chemie and the ECE, tied with an average of 5 numbers memorized.
Six 9670707.
Blood pressure and heart rate. The subjects had their blood pressure and heart rate tested by the CVS blood pressure monitor. The ideal blood pressure range is 105 millimeters of mercury over 70 millimeters of mercury. The subject closest to this was the ECE at 115 over 68. In second would be the Chemie with 98 over 62. The next subject is the Civi with a score of 97 over 58. Finally is the Mechie with a 120 over 74. The lowest heart rate amongst the subjects is from the ECE with an average of 66 beats per minute. The second slowest is the Civi at 69 beats per minute. Next is the Mechie with 74 beats per minute, and pulling up the rear is the Chemie with 87 beats per minute. Spatial skills. Subjects were tested for spatial skills via 2 online tests. The subject with the highest spatial skills between the 2 tests was the Civi at 93% correct. The next highest score came from the Mechie at 86%. In third is the Chemie with a score of 80%, and lastly the ECE who obtained a score of 76%. Conclusion. The final results of our tests found that the Civi is superior in strength, memorization, and spatial skills. The ECE conquered the blood pressure and heart rate tests. However, the Mechie and Chemie claimed no top spots throughout the tests. Therefore, as the winner of the most tests, it was determined that the civil engineer is the best engineer.